Hello again. So, long time no see. Well, man, I look like the blueberry lady from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Oh well. So a little life update, since it's been several months since I thought I wanted to be a YouTuber or try to make YouTube. And I kind of made this long video about my my neurological disorder. I have peripheral neuropathy. And so I made this huge long video describing things, experiences, kind of what it is. Honestly, it's not really a fun video. I don't really like talking about my disorder or neuropathy. It's hard to understand. It's weird. And so, you know, as I was editing that video, and it was hard to edit because it's just like you just keep hearing all the stuff over and over again, which I don't like talking about really anyway. I'm always open to answer questions or kind of talk about it and not really hide from it. But, yeah. So trying to edit that video took forever. And then eventually my phone went dead. And I lost all that footage because I was editing it on the phone too. So I lost all that footage. I have a new phone now, so maybe it's a better picture, clearer. I know I'm not any more prettier. So I have a new phone. So that's kind of the update on that. But, you know, I was just trying to think about making videos that I want to make, videos that I just want to do or might be interesting. So I'm a big gambler, sports gambling. I like sports in general. And I've seen a couple channels that I don't want to steal what they're doing, but I like what they're doing. And I'm going to shout those guys out. So a channel called Line Maker Sports. He's really great, has great advice. He talks a lot about, he's not a big parlay guy. He likes doing like straight bets. And straight bets is just one bet at a time. And doing like, you know, 5 a day. And, you know, being consistent in your sports gambling. And then, like, for that month, try to compound it a little bit, you know, where it kind of keeps rolling over itself over and over until you get really good and you can, you know, live off that if you can, or, you know, most people can't. So I really like his videos. He does a great job, lots of great information. And that's something I was kind of thinking about doing, like, you know, like 3 straight bets a day. And so that's Line Maker Sports, you know, kind of putting out short little videos on that of just like my 3 bets today or something, and see what happens. Again, I love sports. These guys are the top, where they look at all the stats, they look at the history, they look at everything. I'm just kind of a schlup that loves sports, loves watching sports, and kind of like, what do I think today? So there's really no knowledge, probably a lot of guessing. But I think it'd be interesting to me what happens. See what happens. See if we can double our money, you know. And it's not going to be crazy bets, hopefully. And then the second guy, Calling Our Shot, is his YouTube channel. He does this thing called The Ladder. And he starts with $10. And So if you keep doubling it up 10 times, 10, if you win 10, day one, $10 gets you 20. Bet $20 gets you 40. $40 gets you 80. 80 gets you 160. 160 gets you 320 or whatever, and then so on and so on till $10,000. I don't know if I could, if I got up to that day 4 or 5 and it's like $300, I don't know if I could bet $300 to get up to that next level. He calls it the ladder. And I don't want to steal that name. I would love to think of a new name for like whatever I do. Like Nas's slop. I don't know. Again, he does a great job with his picks of looking into the history and stats and stuff like that. And I might do that a little bit, but I just like watching sports, and I just think that would be a fun day in, day out thing to do, is my version of the ladder, whatever it's called. I need to come up with a new name of what it would be called. But the key there is in the ladder, you make these supposed to be easy bets, and maybe little parlays that are like 4 or 5 legs, 6 legs of alternate lines. I really love the alternate points, rebounds, assists on players, and pick a couple from different games, and just see if we can build maybe a bankroll, keep building it. Again, I don't know if I could do like a $5,000 bet. I don't know. I might do a couple legs and then kind of be like, okay, I'm starting over unless I get to a point where I'm making so much money, I'll be like, yeah, let's throw a $10,000 bet out there, which I don't know if I could do that. So, but I would love if you guys follow along, and, nothing is going to be a paywall. I'm just going to be completely honest with my moron thinking ways of watching sports, and just be like, yeah, this guy's a superstar. Yeah, I might do his lowest alt possible just to be a part of the parlay, or I don't know. Again, Line Maker Sports and Calling Our Shot, you should go look up those guys on YouTube because they are fantastic. So that's another series. So I want to start probably making shorts about gambling. Again, if you're not interested in that, don't watch. If you are interested in that, I'm always looking for maybe your favorite players in the comments. I promise I don't know anything. I just do what I do, and I can't make any promises I'll make you money. Hopefully you look at my picks and be like, that guy's a moron. Yeah, I'm not going to follow him. And that's perfectly fine with me. I have no rhyme or reason why I do most of the things I do, so I'm very interested to see when this starts and how this goes. So, football, basketball, NBA. I love baseball, but I am horrible at finding the correct bet for baseball. I have trouble with that for whatever reason. Fantasy baseball, I tend to do a little bit better. Making lineups, kind of seeing who's hot, who's not. So baseball, I'm still trying to figure out what's the good prop bet that I can feel comfortable about, or do as little research as possible. I am not a huge spending all day looking at numbers stat guy. I like stats. I like sports, obviously, but I don't want to analyze for hours, you know. A lot of it would be like a gut check, you know, just pay attention to sports and see what happens. So yeah, that's kind of the life update. I'm hopefully going to get back to being regular, making at least little videos, doing these shorts to kind of just keep getting me out there. They will probably not be very professional, probably not a lot of editing, and not a lot of special effects, or not a lot of, it'll probably be a lot of this, me in my car, kind of before I start my day. This is what I'm thinking. Okay, let's run it. Let's see what happens. And then the longer videos, I would still love to do. I have lots of ideas for that, but it's just a matter of doing it and starting that, and that's a little more difficult for me, but I want to do it. So, all right, if you guys are still around, or let's start this thing, and hopefully I don't disappear for months again, and if I do, I do. So anyway, let's have a wonderful day. Let's have a wonderful day. You have a wonderful day.